After finding what I thought was the perfect spot to set up the camper, I decided overnight that it's not going to be for me for this next night because there are definitely some bears or some wolves out here. So I'm going to have to pick a spot a little bit closer into town. Speaking of town, we got to head over to the shop and pick up the equipment because we got to make some bales today. After grabbing some breakfast, I stopped in and talked to the old man, and he said, yep, you're going to be using the torpedo again today with a couple new pieces of equipment that he hasn't used ever before. So I get to be the guinea pig. Now, this is a fancy piece of equipment, so let's get it over to the field. The grass was still a little bit wet when I got over here this morning, so I went ahead and let it dry just a bit, and now it looks like it's going to be pretty good to go ahead and flip this over and let it dry just a little bit more. The first grass field is done. Now it's time to head up to the second one. I had to be a little bit careful over there on the edge and next to the creek because I didn't want to throw any of the hay off over there into an area that I couldn't get it picked up with the windrower. But we're making some pretty good progress here. I don't think this is going to take too long, and we should be making some rows here very, very soon. And there is field number 2 finished up. So now it's time to head back over to the shop and get the windrower. Yeah, that pile right there, it might be a little bit big. I don't know if the baler is going to be able to handle that. It's a little bit interesting, the merge max here, because I can go 2 different directions and really double up on the windrow, but I think I made it a little bit too big. After doing a couple more passes of the double wide, I think for the baler, I'm just going to go ahead and make these single wide. So we're just kicking everything out to the right here. It's going to take me a couple extra passes, but I think it's going to be fine because the time, it's all going to be the same. Whether I'm making the pass now with the windrower or I'm making the pass with the baler. Yeah, I don't think it really looks all that bad. I mean, this is the first time ever using one of these, and I think I did okay. And I think I've got a little bit better handle on how much I need to be able to put in each one of these windrows. So we're going to go ahead and keep doubling these things up, and hopefully the baler's going to be able to take it. Yeah, this one's not that pretty either, but there's a few less rows here, so it should be a little bit easier. Now it's time to go get the baler and get all this hay baled up. I've got a feeling this Kloss baler right here is going to get one heck of a workout today because I've got to bale up all of the straw and all of the hay that we just got done putting in windrows. I'm going to go ahead and start with all of the hay here because I think there might be a little bit of weather that's going to be rolling in here a little bit later, and the hay is the most important part. I don't have to get the straw out of here right now, but the hay, I need to get it picked up, and we need to get this delivered. I have never been a fan of itty bitty small little bitty round bales, but that's all this thing will do. So I'm stuck with one size. It's going to take me quite a while to get everything done here today. 14 bales off this field isn't actually all that bad. I mean, they are little bitty bales, but 14, still a pretty good number. I really hope that bale doesn't roll down into the creek. Yeah, it looks like all of them are going to do it, aren't they? Surprisingly, I only got 10 off this field, and I don't think any of them stayed in here. They're all down in the straw field. So before I can bale up that straw, I'm going to have to collect all these. So instead of starting down here, I'm going to go all the way up to the very top of the second field because I don't think this tractor is going to be able to pull a full load of bales all the way up the hill. So I'm going to start up here and let gravity do the work. The first 9 are on the trailer without any problems at all. You know, I didn't even realize it, but we made exactly the right number of bales to go here on this trailer. Like the old man has this figured out or something. I'm really hoping this tractor can make it across the river because right now it's going 9 miles an hour. Yeah, that is super slow. There's a lot of weight on here. I may have to go get the bigger tractor, but from what I hear, the place that I'm selling these at isn't really big. So it's just going to be a lot of shuffling back and forth if I have to do that. Hopefully this little tractor right here can get the job done. All right, I figured out the problem. It was stuck in gear. Now we're cruising along at 26 miles an hour. Yep, this area is pretty small right here. No way I would be able to get the wider tractor in here. Now to drop all these off and get the old man his money. I don't know exactly how much he made, but I do know that I got to beat this rain. There might be a little bit of a storm front coming through later this afternoon, and I'm going to get all the rest of the straw baled up. The old man said that I need at least 100 bales made today. So I think I've come up with a pretty good plan here about what I'm going to do, and that is I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to let the bales roll off the back when they're ready, and if I miss a little bit of straw, well, I just miss a little bit of straw, and then if I need any more, well, I've got some good rows here that I can always come back and pick up, because that rain is, the forecast is definitely showing that it's going to be here sooner rather than later, so I really need to get to moving on and making these bales. I was able to get 22 off this field right here, and only one of them made it into the creek right over there. So I don't think that's too bad. Rain looks like it's still holding off just a little bit more, so this is a pretty good strategy. Well, I'm now up to 32, just about a third of the way there, and 2 fields are down. So I might have to touch every field here to get all 100 bales. So I only got 8 off that field over there, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get very many here either. I honestly don't even know if we are going to get 100 bales today, but that's what the old man said he needs. All right, so we are just about halfway done. I've got 48 straw bales sitting here right now, and I've only got like 3 more fields. I don't think this is possible. I'm gonna have to call the old man. I just got off the phone with the old man and told him, hey, I don't even have 60 bales yet. He goes, yeah, what's the problem? I said, I thought you said 100. He goes, no, 100 total. So between the hay and the straw, we should be looking at getting right about 100. I don't know if that's possible. I really don't know if I'm going to be able to get like another 15 off of these 2 fields. We're going to try. I've got one last field here to try and get 75 bales made. I don't think it's going to be possible because I need quite a few more. I think we're only at like maybe 58 bales or something like that. I don't know what happened, but we somehow ended up getting 91 total bales between the straw and the hay. Maybe the yield just wasn't as much here on one of these crops, which caused that loss of 9 extra bales. Y'all, I don't know how it happened, but apparently I missed an entire grass field up here. Yeah, we were doing all the math and the calculations on how in the world we didn't have enough bales that he thought he was going to have. And the old man made a phone call over to the bale place, and he's like, yeah, we only had 24 bales. And he started asking me, how many fields did you get? I said 2. He goes, well, there's 3. I said, I only saw 2. So we're here now doing the 3rd field, and I don't know if we're going to get 9 off this, but it's going to get us a lot closer to that 100 total. I got the field mowed. Now I just need to windrow it, bale it, and then I think we're going to wrap this into silage. You know, making these rows gets easier and easier every single time I use this merge backs right here. Absolutely love this thing. I'm going to have to get me one of these one day. You know, I don't know why, but I didn't notice that it actually had a wrapper built into this thing. Now I understand why this guy's got such a high dollar baler here. And I don't think I'm going to have to worry about having enough grass here to be able to make the extra 9 bales, but I am going to have to worry about them all rolling away. Better keep an eye on that one. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get this one here out of the woods. I mean, it almost went all the way down into the creek, and I think all the way down to the bottom of the mountain. It's going to be quite interesting, and I've got to figure it out, but these could be out here for a little while because I got to get the other ones picked up. They're the ones that are kind of susceptible to the rain a little bit more, but these, let's save these for last. And I got a feeling there's going to be quite a few of them I got to dig out of the woods. Well, starting to get a little bit darker here in the day. It's almost 4 o'clock, and before long, the sun's going to be behind the mountain. So I've got to hurry up and get at least 4 loads of bales here over to the bale sell point. Actually, scratch that. It's only 3 loads that I need to take today because I already took a load of the hay bales. I got the first load of bales delivered, and then it started to rain. So I'm really glad I already got everything wrapped up and baled. I just got to get the straw here out of the rain. Hopefully it's going to not get too heavy. I'm going to be able to deliver these 2. Then we're going to be good to go. And I'm still going to have to figure out how to get the silage bales out of the woods. Here is load number 2 of these straw bales, and I really don't know how I'm going to fill up another trailer with just straw, so we might have to throw a little bit of the silage in there as well. Well, I got all of the straw and all of the hay bales delivered, but I'm pretty sure all of those silage bales are going to have to wait till next month. Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like if you would. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications to keep up to date on my future videos. While you're waiting on those future videos, go and check out one of these 2 right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver 53 signing off.